now. So Anna, we're working on question number 4, and in question number 4 you have to read something. Do you remember how much time you have for reading?
Uh, 45 seconds.
Excellent. And how much time do you have to prepare?
30 seconds.
Yes. How much time do you have to answer?
6 seconds.
Excellent. Perfect. So we're going to redo this one we did, and I'm going to give you 45 seconds to read it. 3, 2, 1. Now, Anna, please listen.
Was the best choice.
Practice test. Practice 1. Now read the picture on this topic in a psychology class.
Okay, so today let's talk about forgetting. Is there anyone who ever forgot an important appointment and didn't know what to do? Well, I guess there isn't anybody who hasn't become aware of this term, right? Well, the psychologists say that forgetting is divided into several types. Decay theory is one of them. As the word suggests, our memories are decaying as we do not use it. For example, let's say you have to call the dean's office and you don't remember the number. So your friend tells you the number, but 2 hours after making the phone call, you forget the number again. In this case, your memories are fading away as time passes. But the interference theory, on the other hand, means that you forget your memories as they are interfered by other memories. I once experienced this at a bookstore. I had some books I wanted to get, so I made a list and headed to the bookstore. When I arrived at the bookstore, I realized that I had left the list in my car. But telling myself, it's going to be okay, I already remember the list. I just headed to the bookstore. A few minutes later, I bumped into a friend of mine and we talked about the books he picked. We talked about that for a while, and then he asked me what I bought. So I told him I didn't buy any yet, but I'm going to get, you know what happened. I totally forgot the whole list. Not even a single title came to my mind. I only remembered the book my friend mentioned.
Describe the 2 different types of forgetting based on the lecture.
30 seconds to prepare. Now, Anna, please answer.
According to the text and the psychology lecture, there are 2 types of forgetting. First of all, the decay theory means when the people forgot something. For example, when the teacher said when she called to the gym's office and she forgot the number and she get the number, and when 2 hours later she called and forgot again. The second is the interference theory, when she forgot something because some another thing interfere what you are thinking. So that's the true uh, theory about the memory.
Okay.
Forget.
And then this answer was much better.
I'm so
Much. Sorry?
I'm so nervous.
Y-
My hands.
Yeah, but you know, it's all about practice. This answer was much better, but with me. Theory.
Theory.
Yes, and remember to put the things in the past. She got the phone number, you know, in the past. This was
Oh,
much better, but you didn't mention the example, the second example.
the second.
Okay, no problem.
The bookstore.
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
no problem. You improved from last class. Okay, next one. Cyclic. Do you understand cyclic?
No, cycling bike?
No, no,
Ah, no,
cyclic.
cycle.
Okay, okay. 45 seconds. Now, Anna, please listen.
45 seconds to read the passage. Begin reading now. Now listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
Okay, class, today we'll be looking at one aspect of the ecosystems, cyclic population change. As time passes by, species increase or decrease their population due to many different situations that are around them. This phenomenon is rather interesting because the population of these species returns to its original condition after it finishes its cycle. Let me give you an example of this. Let's take a look at wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. So these wolves have plentiful food sources that can fill up their stomachs. Therefore, there is a significant increase in the number of wolves and a decrease in mice. However, as time passes, the decrease in mice causes problems for the wolves because there isn't enough food for them to eat. As a result, wolves slowly begin to die off, giving time for the mice to reproduce. So the whole process repeats itself again.
Using points and examples from the lecture, describe the changes among wolves and mice. Please begin speaking.
30 seconds to prepare. Now, Anna, please answer.
According to the text and the biological lecture, uh, the ecosystem cycling about the population are changing. There are two phenomena that change: the size and the climate can interfere in the population. For example, the wolves to eat some mice when sometimes don't have enough food for them. So the wolves have to return about your habitat and can be increase the population of wolves or decrease about this. There is the ecosystem cycle in population.
But what about the example the professor gave?
It's not the wolves
Yes,
eat?
but you just you just um you just mentioned, but you didn't say the example she said. No, sweetie, repeat please. Cycle.
Cycle,
Isso, aí a língua não tem que subir, ó. Cycle.
cycle, cycle,
Cycle. Cycle. Ok?
cycle,
Ó, repeat
cycle.
please. Example.
Example.
Isso, Ana, sobe a língua, tá? Ó, Ana, cuidado quando você fala do habitat deles, ou seu habitat, não é your, porque your você tá falando comigo. Your habitat, você tá falando, tem um lobo morando na sua casa, eu tô ferrado. Ok?
I used you, your, and
Yes.
after I used then, I think.
Yeah, its habitat. Its habitat, ok? Ana, go straight to the point, you know? Don't speak of the text more than 10 seconds. Really, this is my suggestion for you. No, because this answer, the evaluator would think, she understood the text, she understood the example, but she spoke of the example superficially. So he would take off points from you. Because you have
Okay.
to state the lecture, and on the listening, the speaking, they are more important than the reading. So you have to state the example she gave. Do you understand what mice are?
Mice is the plural of mouse,
Exactly. Now,
but I didn't understand in the lecture.
okay. Do you want to listen to the lecture again?
Yes, please.
Okay, come on. Okay, listen up.
Now listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
Okay, class, today we'll be looking at one aspect of the ecosystems, cyclic population change. As time passes by, species increase or decrease their population due to many different situations that are around them. This phenomenon is rather interesting because the population of these species returns to its original condition after it finishes its cycle. Let me give you an example of this. Let's take a look at wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. So these wolves have plentiful food sources that can fill up their stomachs. Therefore, there is a significant increase in the number of wolves and a decrease in mice. However, as time passes, the decrease in mice causes problems for the wolves because there isn't enough food for them to eat. As a result, wolves slowly begin to die off, giving time for the mice to reproduce. So the whole process repeats itself again.
Is it clear, Anna?
A little more.
Okay,
I lost
tell me.
on part.
Okay, tell me what you got, please.
The example, né? The mice, dead.
Rato morto?
Eles morrem. The mice
Die.
die. The mice die, and the wolves can't eat.
They
I
can't
got
eat
it.
dead mice?
Yeah, because the mice die. No.
No, listen up.
When she said that there aren't enough food for the wolves. I think I lost the mice. What she speak about the mice.
No, yeah, it has to do with the mice, but listen again.
Now listen to part of a lecture in a biology class.
Okay, class, today we'll be looking at one aspect of the ecosystems, cyclic population change. As time passes by, species increase or decrease their population due to many different situations that are around them. This phenomenon is rather interesting because the population of these species returns to its original condition after it finishes its cycle. Let me give you an example of this. Let's take a look at wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. There are wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves.
What is she saying about in the beginning of the cycle?
The beginner are I don't listen the right word, but in the beginning there are it's more wolves than mice.
Listen again.
Few mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves.
In the beginning, there are numerous mice.
Numerous.
Yeah.
This word.
Yeah. Okay. And just a few packs of wolves.
A few packs.
A few packs of wolves.
What's packs?
Pack is pacote, but it in the sentence is like matilhas.
Tipo grupo, né, nesse caso.
Yeah, like a group. Yeah. So in the beginning, we have numerous mice and just a few packs of wolves, okay? Okay, listen up.
Let's take a look at wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. So these wolves have plentiful food sources that can fill up their stomachs.
So,
The wolves have to plant foods on his stomach.
what is plenty? Oh, good. Good. This is good, Anna. We're doing this practice because then I find out the words that you don't know, okay?
Yeah.
So, first of all, numerous.
Okay.
Okay, and secondly, Anna, mice you know, wolves you know, plenty. Plenty is more than enough. Anna,
More than.
yes, for example, I have plenty of pens to write. It means that I have more pens than I need. Ok? Aí, Ana, é o seguinte, ó, é demais, mas no sentido de mais que suficiente, tá?
Que
Não é no
suficiente.
sentido de too much, não. Que too much às vezes dá o sentido de, por exemplo, ó, esse cara é muito manhoso, ele é manhoso demais, ele é mole demais, por exemplo. É uma coisa ruim, negativa, né? O planning não dá esse sentido negativo, tá? Ele dá um sentido de abundância, ok?
Tá.
Yeah. So there are numerous mice and just a few packs of wolves. Now listen to what she says. Listen up.
There are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. So these wolves have plentiful food sources that can fill up their stomachs.
So these wolves, they have plentiful food to fill up their stomachs.
Plant for food or plentiful?
Plentiful food.
Plentiful.
Yes. How?
Okay.
What do you think plentiful means?
The wolves are okay about the food, no?
Yeah, plentiful seria, it would be like demasiada.
Demasiado.
Okay? Yeah. Okay. Now listen up. So just as you said, the wolves are okay with food. Listen again.
There are wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and only a few packs of wolves. So these wolves have plentiful food sources that can fill up their stomachs. Therefore, there is a significant increase in the number of wolves.
Do you understand therefore?
And therefore, The increase of the wolves.
Yes, Anna.
And a decrease in mice.
And decrease in mice.
Yes, because there is a lot of mice, the wolves go eating the mice, and the mice go down. Okay?
The
Yes.
cycle.
Yes, the cycle. Check it out.
However, as time passes, the decrease in mice causes problems for the wolves because there isn't enough food for them to eat. As a result, wolves slowly begin to die off.
The decrease of mice caused a problem of the wolves, and then the wolves died.
Die. Yeah.
Giving time for the mice to reproduce. So the whole process repeats itself again.
And the whole process repeats again.
Yeah. Why? There is something before. Oh, the mice. There is a lot of mice, a little wolf. And then the wolf eat the mice. Doo-doo-doo, and then what happened? There is lack of food, and the wolf starts to die. What happens to the population?
The population of wolf decrease, and the mice increase.
Yes, that's what she said. Listen.
Them begin to die off, giving time for the mice to reproduce.
As the wolf die off, it gives time for the mice to reproduce.
What the beginning of the sentence? At the what?
Giving die off, giving time to enough food for them to eat. As a result, wolves slowly begin to die off, giving time for the mice to reproduce.
Giving time, okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is the example. You have to speak about it in the answer, okay? And that's what we're going to practice today. I'm going to give you 1 minute, and I'd like you to speak of the text in no more than 10 seconds. Then go straight to the lecture, okay?
Can I read the text again?
Okay. Ready, Anna?
Okay.
Okay, 1 minute, okay? 3, 2, 1, go.
According to the text, there are many circumstances to the population change, like size and climate. According to the lecture, the biology class, the ecosystem cycle population change when for example, when the wolves in the beginning there were a numerous mice and a few packs of wolves. So the wolves land the food and then their stomach. After the population of wolves increase and the mice of decrease and cause a problem about the wolf because the mice reproduce. So that the circumstance about the cycle about the ecosystem.
Okay. Try speaking less of the text and go straight to the lecture. And try being more simple. I'm going to give you an example, then I want you to answer again. Okay? Because Anna, you know how to speak, but when then you get nervous, you start making mistakes. When you get nervous, I know you're speaking fluently, and I'm taking notes, and then you get nervous, maybe because you look at the time and say, "Oh my God, I won't have time." That's when your mistakes commit. You just commit mistakes when you're nervous. Oh, I'm gonna do this for you. Check it out. Look how simple I try to be. Check it out. Because I know there won't be so much time, and this is not easy to explain. This one is difficult. Check it out.
Yeah.
The text talks about cyclic population change and circumstances that might affect these populations. The professor gives an example of cycle population change by using wolves and mice. In the beginning, there are numerous mice and just a little number of wolves. So the wolves have a lot of food to eat. The wolves eat the mice and their population increase. The population of mice, on the other hand, decrease. This gives a problem to the wolves because they don't have so much food anymore. So the population of wolves die of hunger, and this gives time for the population of mice to increase again. And so the cycle just starts itself over, just as mentioned in the text. This is the example from the professor. Okay, so you saw that I went straight to the lecture, straight to the lecture. Paf! 10 seconds of the text just to give a background. Then I went straight to the answer. The answer is complicated, but I tried to speak slowly and not get nervous because this is how I do. If I start speaking very quickly, I'm going to start making mistakes too. Serious. If I start speaking very quickly, if I start speaking the way generally I do when I talk to people, but when I do it on TOEFL, I start making mistakes. And that's why I start speaking more slowly, because it gives me time to think. And you see, Anna, that in the end, I had like 10 seconds to finish, and I started jibber-jabbering, information. And
Yeah.
this is the example the professor gave. The lecture was awesome. I liked it that. I love TOEFL. Goodbye. So,
Yeah.
you know, so, but because I had time, it is hard, Anna, but I need to prepare you for this. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I want you to answer again. 1 minute. 3, 2, 1.
The text, according to the text, não, desculpa, começa de novo.
Sure. 3,
Porque
2,
fico nervosa.
1.
According to the text, there are ecosystem about cycling population that mean. According to the lecture, there are a cycle about wolves and mice. For example, there are in the beginning there were numerous mice and a few packs of wolf. So the wolf are planning about the food. And after the increase of population, the wolf population increase and mice decrease. It was a problem to the wolf. So the mice can reproduce more. There's the circumstance that the wolf and mice are cycle and the ecosystem population.
A mulher!
Ai, vou ter uma síncope nervosa depois do top.
Yeah, this was definitely the clearest of all answers, and you kept your pace, because if you try to hurry, and you did very well, you spoke just 10 seconds of the text, probably you wanted to say more, but you just poof it. Let's go to the lecture. Okay. Ooh, good, Anna. Good. Let me explain. Let me explain an exercise I'd like you to do. Sorry. It's just that somebody, can you hear somebody sneezing?
No, no, no.
No, there is a person who lives nearby who sneezes. Everybody, how does everybody sneeze? Aching, right?
Yeah,
This person
right.
sneezes. Oh my God.
Like orgasm.
This is a painful orgasm if she's having it. Oh my God. She's so funny.
Very funny.
Very funny. Oh my. We can always hear her. It's an old lady. She's an old lady. Okay. Sorry. I just had to take this out of my chest. Okay. Anna, I've sent to you these discs here.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Have I sent to you also these books here?
The last book.
Yes. And the other?
No.
Okay. These, yeah, I'm going to send them to you now. The audio transcripts of listening in Zoom. Okay. So what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to do this. This is the exercise I'd like you to do, and the answer key for listening.
And the speaking.
The speaking, it's not necessary because we are already doing it.
Okay.
If you want, I can send you later, but listen to this. I'm recording this class, so if you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you can rewatch it. First thing, open the book, the Complete Guide to TOEFL Test from Thompson.
I listened disc 6, 7, and 8.
Great. There is an exercise I'd like you to do, you know? Hang on a second. This is still reading. I think in here you see, no, you don't. Oh, no problem. Just a second, okay? Because then I show you what I'd like you to do. Here we go. Okay, in this example, no, let me take another example because this one is a point out of the okay, you have here exercise 9.1. Exercise 9.1. Can you see?
Yeah.
Yes. Then we go to audio and listening. Start the listening. You can see listening here. The listening starts at exercise 9. You know? So exercise 9. Now this is 10. Okay, exercise 9.1. Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first listening we're going to have. Let's just...
For the listening exercises in the complete guide, the directions will not be read aloud on the tape. Therefore,
political observe. Hi, I'm in Professor
2.1.
Listen to a conversation between a student and a librarian.
So this conversation is about this situation here.
Okay.
Okay, and you have one exercise here. Now imagine you were listening to this conversation. Sorry, just a second. You're listening to this conversation and there are words you don't understand. Oh my God, what am I going to do? Then you come back to the audio transcripts that I've sent to you.
Okay.
You got audio transcripts, guides to listening. Check it out. Exercise, this is the preview test. Let's go down a little. CD1, track 3, lesson 1. So 9.1, where is 9.1? Oh, 9.1. And you have all the conversations here. Okay, so I didn't understand some things. You can check in the audio transcript. What is my suggestion for you, Anna? Listen one first time. See what you get. I got it. I understood very well. Or no, I didn't get very well. Listen again. See what you can get. And when you think, no, now I can understand well the lecture, the listening, check the audio transcript. If you know, if there is any word you didn't understand, if you have any question, check the audio transcript. Why? Because this will make you more able to understand what you are listening, and this will add up vocabulary for you. You will learn new vocabulary that they use a lot in TOEFL. Okay, this is a very good practice. And after, if you want, this is my suggestion too, you can come down here and answer the question, what's the main topic of this conversation? Several recent articles in political science journals, for example. Then you have the next, listen to conversation between two students. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
I have one doubt about the reading, the part, the reading. We will come back the reading, or I have to try by myself?
Good question. We're not going to talk about the reading anymore, Anna, because first we don't have time, and secondly because the reading is something I need you to do by yourself.
Okay.
And if you have the time, it's good to do the exercises from the reading too. But in general, your reading is better than your listening.
Yes, it's better than.
Yes, so if you can do both, this is very good. Later then, I'm going to send you some softwares, like this software from the Complete Guide, this software that was an official, and this from Barron's. I'm going to send them to you, and I can send them to you already this weekend if I have time.
Okay.
For you to do the readings, the listenings, Anna, because they're very good. Have I showed you this software already or not?
No.
Hang on. This is not the best software. I had another that was very, very good, but it doesn't work with Windows 10.
Okay.
And so I had to download a previous version. Okay. In this, you have 8 complete TOEFL tests.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait.
So you come here to reading, and continue.
I think you have shown me.
Yeah. Did I transfer this for you or not?
No.
No. Okay. I wanted to buy the book, but I don't have so much time nowadays. It's pretty complicated, So I am maybe I'm just going to transfer for you this because it's already good for practice. It's not the best, of course, but it's already good for practice. And it's a great idea, Anna, to do the reading and listening for TOEFL as much as you can.
The time.
Yes.
Okay.
And while you do, you are going to have your grade here. They're going to show you your grade. And you pass to me your grade. And I add up, I have to add up this in your schedule. I'm going to put all your grades here, Let me just...
Okay.
Yes, let me show you how I do it. And I'm going to add it up for you now. The last one was Guilherme. Do you remember Guilherme?
Of course.
South Africa. Yes. He took TOEFL this Saturday now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a very good expectation. He improved so much, Anna. He improved so much. He studied hard. And, let's do it. And he improved very, very, very much.
But he will do the TOEFL there?
Yeah, he did the TOEFL there in South Africa.
Oh.
And going to South Africa was very good for him because he improved his English very much, very, very much. Let me show you how. Okay, now we already have your grades. So I'm going to put your grades in reading, listening, etc. But let me show you for Guilherme. The problem of Guy was that he didn't have enough time to study reading and listening. So can you see that reading and listening, he did just 2 tests. And speaking, we did like 16 tests. And writing, we did almost 8 tests. You know? So writing and speaking, that he worked more with me, he did a lot. And reading and listening, he didn't have... The reading and listening, we're not going to do in class, because I have to wait for you to do so that I can talk about it. And I think this is not productive. So I say, study by yourself, because then we save time and we can focus on speaking and writing, which are the most difficult. So Anna, I put up your grades here, and I estimate how much you are going to have. You know, I estimate. Guy, his estimation was from 77 to 85. He needs 80. Generally, my students get closer to the highest because I am more pessimistic than TOEFL. You know, I think TOEFL will give you 24. I give you 20.
Okay.
Yes, it's not because I am evil. It's because with me, you are not going to be as nervous as you're going to be on TOEFL. So I decrease a grade.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yes.
I need 82.
82? Yeah. So what I'm going to, after we finish class, I'm going to send you the software, and then if you can install and already start, it's a good practice, Anna. You know?
Great.
Pau na máquina.
Excellent. And what about the next week, because it's the carnival?
Yeah, well, Anna, I'm not gonna be working on Monday and Tuesday, okay? Yes, because most of my students are going to travel, and as most of my students are going to travel, I'm going to give a free day for everybody. You know?
Okay.
Yes, because last carnival and the other carnival, I said, no, guys, I'm gonna work. Woohoo! Eu vou te falar em português isso. Aí, devia acontecer.